Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here this morning. My name is Christy Wheaton and I am the organizer of this year's first ever virtual Michigan Shine a Light Walk. We are so happy to have all of you here today. While this year certainly has had its challenges, you all have made huge strides in helping us reach our goal. And just by being present today, you are showing your commitment to the Children's Tumor Foundation's mission to end NF. The Shine a Light NF Walk is the signature campaign for CTF to bring neurofibromatosis out of the shadows and bring communities together to raise critical funds for NF research. As most of you know, NF causes tumors to grow throughout the body on nerves. It affects 1 in every 3,000 births across all populations equally. That equals about 125,000 people in America and about 2.5 million across the world who are living with NF. While there's no cure yet, with the help of your amazing fundraising and support, recent advancements in research are proving not only to give us hope, but proof that there are treatments available to enhance the lives of those living with NF right here today. As most of you know, the FDA has approved Koselugo for use in patients with inoperable plexiform neurofibromas, which is a common manifestation in the disease neurofibromatosis type 1. The FDA's approval is a major milestone for patients living with NF, as it is the first ever approved treatment. CTF has also reached a significant advancement in the care for neurofibromatosis type 2 patients with the launch of the new clinical trial, Intuit NF2. This is an innovative platform trial which will evaluate multiple treatments simultaneously. But our work is not done, and now more than ever, we need your continued support so we can find treatments for all NF patients. So thank you for your support of CTF and for tuning in today. This year, we've raised more than $15,000 towards our goal. And remember, there's still time after the walk to raise funds. So if you need any help at all with ideas or knowing what to do, please reach out to Rebecca Taylor, our walk manager. Let's get this celebration started. Brianna Warden is going to kick us off with the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, what a beautiful start to our day. Thank you to Brianna, who is our National CTF Ambassador. She was absolutely amazing. Most of you know me, but for a brief introduction, I'm Rebecca Taylor, and I am the Senior Development Director for the Walk Program with CTF and your Michigan staff lead. First of all, I really want to thank our Michigan Shine a Light Walk Committee, the Glazer, Wheaton, Eastman families, Ashley Adamski, Wendy Schaefer. You have all been our biggest cheerleaders during this uncertain time, and today could not have happened without you. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Tobias Walbert. He is the Director of Neuro-Oncology at the Henry Ford Health System, and he's going to talk to us a little bit today about his work with NF patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Walbert, the director of the Neurofibromatosis Clinic at Henry Ford and the honorary chair of this year's Michigan Shine a Light NF Walk. I want to thank you for being here all today. The CTF, the Children Tumor Foundation, has been extremely important for NF and the progress we have made in the last year and the last years. The CTF has helped to bring the first MEK inhibitor to approval for NF patient. Selumetinib was the first clinical drug approved for NF patients in 2020. Patients had responses that we had not seen before, and their fibromas really responded well. Children had great responses, and that resulted in the approval of this drug. And the CTF really was instrumental by getting us there. In addition, there are 2 new drugs coming for NF into the pipeline for clinical programs that were identified through the CTF program. One is called TAK-228 and the other one is called brigatinib. Both look very promising, and the CTF is helping bringing that forward. Last but not least, the most important, or one of the important parts, is that the Children Tumor Foundation really helps your clinicians, your clinical care. Like the CTF has supported our clinic and many other clinics with important resources for education, to bring in speakers and to spread the word. Please, I thank you for fundraising. I thank you for being here today, because the Shine a Light Walk is the signature fundraising event and campaign for the Children Tumor Foundation. And your success in fundraising and your walk today will help us to make progress on this disease and help many, many other children and adult patients in the future.
Thank you so much, Dr. Walbert, and thank you so much for all the work that you do with our NF community every day. Now I'd like to introduce our honorary hero for this year's walk. Lena Fawaz has been a team captain for the Michigan Shine a Light Walk for the last 3 years, and her team has raised over $4,000 for CTF. Now I'm going to turn it over to Lena so that she can tell you a little bit about her journey with NF2.
Good morning, everybody. I am so excited to be speaking at the first ever virtual walk. As Christy told you guys, I'm the honorary hero this year. I was diagnosed with NF2 when I was 4 years old. Since then, I have had 3 brain surgeries and a hearing nerve taken out. I am the first person in my family to ever have NF. So the first time I actually met people with NF was when I went to camp in Utah. I loved it. It was just so nice being around people who understand what it's like to have NF and like what it's like to go through the surgeries and just the appointments, the hospitals, just doing so much. And having a supportive family is the only way I've actually gotten through it these past 16 years. I do not think my experience with NF would be the same way. I am right now in college. I am becoming a recreational therapist to hopefully become an occupational therapist. And I am also majoring in health administration. My goal has always been to help people, make a difference, just give back, pay it forward. I have never let the conditions of NF get in the way of my goals or ever did something to ruin a certain event or anything that I was going to do. It has never stopped me. It's only made me stronger, better, confident, strong. I've never let anything get in the way. It's NF. I was born with it. I'm not gonna let it stop me from doing what I want. I just think we can't let it stop us from doing anything we want. Never let anything stop you. So, thank you for guys letting me talk to you. Let's shine a light on NF.
Lena, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We are all here today in support of you and all of our NF heroes. I'd like to take a moment now to thank all of our teams who raised over $500. They each received a custom mission sign. Perhaps you've seen them on social media. A big thank you to Go Get 'em Gracie, Tumor Terminators, Team Big Mac, Lena Fawaz, Marching for Mason, and Hudson's Heroes. Together, these teams have raised more than $14,000. Woo! We would also like to thank Orange Theory Fitness for being our Friend of the Walk sponsor. They have a special surprise for us later this morning.
Hi, I'm B. When my brother was 1, doctors told us that he might have NF. NF is neurofibromatosis. We was all surprised. We didn't know what that was either. NF causes tumors to grow on any nerves at any time. We saw so many doctors. They told us these appointments wouldn't end, but we would get used to them.
NF can lead to blindness, cancer, disfigurement, learning disabilities, and pain.
NF affects people differently. For my brother, when he was still a toddler, the doctors told us there was a tumor growing in his brain. They could not remove it, and he needed to start chemotherapy to try to stop it and the damage it was doing. The tumor has been cutting off the nerve that tells the brain how to see, so he is losing his sight. It's also making his body produce too many hormones, so he is on multiple drugs to try to stop those. The Children's Tumor Foundation has brought top doctors together to help my brother and others living with NF. CTF helped do this and can do much more. We're so lucky a CTF-endorsed clinic is nearby at Chalk. He's been there about 100 times this past year.
Henry, what do you think about NF?
Throw him in the ocean. Because I don't like him. I want to care for NF.
Part of the specialness of the Shine a Light Walk is that it gives NF families the opportunity to get to know one another, and many lifelong friendships have been made. I, for one, have been touched by all of you this year and your willingness to share your story and to be so warm and open to me, even in this time where we don't get to meet each other in person. Wendy Schaefer is new to our walk this year. She's a team captain, and she's going to share a little bit about her why, her son McGregor.
Hi, my name is Wendy Schaefer. I am the captain of Team Big Mac. Big Mac is our son McGregor, who is 6'5". He was a big boy at birth, diagnosed when he was 4 months with NF1. And we're super happy to be part of this event. We started a long time ago with Pete Dingeman, who was our Michigan NF president. And we walked Addison Oaks, the beautiful grounds of Addison Oaks, and met tons of great people that we consider family now to in our fight for NF and for the health of our son and all people with NF. So McGregor got diagnosed with his neurofibromatosis when he was 4 months old. He's a spontaneous mutation. He's 22 years old now. And he's been a really healthy NF patient, if you will. He has had some learning disabilities that he has learned to compensate. He just graduated college. He has tons of cafe au lait spots and fibromas right underneath the surface of the skin. And I think one of the hardest things about neurofibromatosis is how different it looks for everybody. And I've never had a doctor tell me that McGregor is in the clear with things, which I think with a lot of other conditions, you can get to a point where you understand it. And I think with NF, that's what makes it so challenging, is you never feel like you're kind of in the clear. So we got involved with the Children's Tumor Foundation, which was originally called NF Foundation, when pretty much in the beginning when we first got a diagnosis, and we met Peter Bellerman, who was the president of Children's Tumor Foundation at the time, and he gave us some great advice and told me to only learn as much as I could handle about Children's Tumor Foundation, so as to not be looking at McGregor as an NF patient every time I did, and to take what I needed to take, but to leave the rest and just take it a day at a time. And I think that's been great advice for my husband and I, as well as our other children, to treat McGregor like McGregor, and everything is just McGregor, whether it's an NF thing that he's doing or is affecting his life, or whether it's not, that he's just a regular human being like we all are, and that he's not just a person with neurofibromatosis. Thank you so much for being part of today's virtual event. We hope that next year we can all be together at Addison Oaks on a beautiful day, doing a great walk together. And in the meantime, your support allows CTF to fulfill its mission of expanding and driving research, getting knowledge and awareness out there for NF, for understanding NF, advancing clinical care for patients and families with NF. So we thank you, we love you.
Thank you so much, Wendy, for sharing your why and reminding all of us why we're here this morning, to rid the future of NF. Next up is the Glazer family, who's going to share with us how they're celebrating today. We'd like all of you to get out and walk today and celebrate in your own way.
Hi, we're the Glazers. I'm Dan.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Grace. I'm Jacob. We're Team Go Get 'em Gracie.
We know that things are a little bit different this year with the walk, but we decided to keep our family tradition the same. So we're camping. We're joined by a few family members and close friends. Today we'll walk through the park with our Children's Tumor Foundation and team gear on, and we will celebrate all of the NF heroes, including our sweet Gracie. So here are some things that you can do today.
You can make a family TikTok with all your gear. You can walk down the street wearing your favorite NF t-shirts.
You can invite your team over for a party later on.
And take photos, and post them to social media. Tag at Shine a Light Walk and hashtag EndNF.
So we are sad that we all can't be together in person today, but we cannot wait to see all the photos and videos on social media. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Glazer family, for sharing your ideas and enthusiasm with us. After we end here this morning, we encourage all of you to go out and walk today in your CTF gear. Remember your why, and please show your support by raising awareness on all your social media channels. Remember to tag us at Shine a Light Walk and hashtag EndNF in all your posts. We will be online and sharing on the event page all day long. Remember I told you Orange Theory Fitness had a surprise for us? Well, they are going to lead us in a warm-up to send us on our way. I'll turn it over to the experts to stretch us out.
Good morning, you guys. This is Coach Lee and Coach Jim from Orange Theory Fitness in Lake Orion. Super excited to be leading your warm-up today, and we're happy to be a part of the first ever Michigan Virtual Shine a Light Walk. So I'm going to explain your warm-up exercises. Coach Jim is going to demo them out for you. We are looking for a minimum of 2 rounds in a couple minutes here. We have 4 exercises. So the first exercise is our mountain climber. You're going to shoot for 10 total, so 5 on each side here. Jim is going to show us how it's done. So you want that back nice and flat, that core tight. We're going to drive those knees up to our chest, alternating side to side. Looking good. Ooh, nice. Next one is our alternating lateral lunge. So he's going to keep that chest nice and proud. Alternating side to side here, keeping his weight in his heels, sitting his butt back. Yep, 10 total, 5 per side. There we go.
All right.
Next one is our jumping jack. We all know how to do this one. 10 total. Yep, core
Just like
stays
PE
nice and
class.
tight. Just like gym class. All right. Then he's gonna drop it down to a runner's lunge. Keeping his chest nice and proud. He's gonna swing those arms across his torso. Yep, stretching out our upper body and our lower body here. We have 5 per side for 10 total. There we go. Then he's gonna cycle through 1 to 2 more times, whatever you guys have time for, and get nice and loose for that race. Super excited for you guys. Remember, it's all mental. We're doing this for a great cause today. Have a great race, you guys. Have an awesome day. See you guys later.
All right.
Now that we're all warmed up, let's get out there and walk. While I can't be there with you physically today, you have all touched my heart this year, and I feel like we're together, even though we aren't. I'll be thinking of all of our NF heroes on my walk today. Now let's get the countdown started.
10, 9,
8,
7,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Let's go!